Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map from one of those creators who's been around for a long time now, and some of their early maps were a bit, yeah, they're okay. They were just about okay. But their skill level has come on a lot, and we don't see any okay maps from them anymore. In fact, most of their maps are a lot more than okay. Some of them are pretty damned good. Today's map fits the vibe of the current world, which is pretty gloomy. By design, so we're not going to mark it down for that. But sometimes you just want to perk yourself up, and a really good way of perking somebody up is by telling them how much you truly, truly like them. That's right, liking me up really will make me feel a lot better, so thank you very much for your ongoing support, you lovely, lovely people. Today's map is Quarantine Valley Map by It's Okay. Yes, I told you it was okay today, and we've got the true star of the let's make a theme and LUT for every single map genre. There's your start square, a little hint of water in the top there, that's all good. And then the terrain heights, flat buildable land in the middle of the map. That again looks really very tasty as well. What about the resources? The resources, again, very workable and all in that flat area too. And finally, let's have a look at the fishing. And it's all there. I've even moved the box across to show you that we have anchovy as well. Anchovy, it's all there, even a bit of tuna. Even a little bit of tuna. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Doesn't look like there's anything else, but we do have a one-click collection. So we'll head on over to the collection. And you'll see we have the Quarantine Valley theme and the Quarantine Valley colour correction LUT as well. Unlimited outside connections is there. We've got a rural railway, rural roads, and a whole bunch of plants, but not too many. Seems all good. Seems too good, doesn't it? Seems too good. So anyway, yes, It's OK's early maps, they were more about the fact that we had a custom theme and LUT. But their new maps, they're definitely come on a long way. Now what we've got here is I'm going to say a bog standard custom vanilla bridge, or custom bridge, a bog standard perfect bridge, not custom at all. Where the custom came from, I don't know. But bog standard isn't an insult by any stretch of the imagination. Bog standard is, if you're going to make a vanilla bridge and do nothing more, do what that was, because that you can't improve on that if you're just going to do bog standard. So that's a result. Plus it's off in the fog, so nobody's going to see it. So again, attention to detail out there. If there's any real problem that I have with the map, apart from the fact that it's gloomy, is the foliage. If you have a look at the foliage, look at the trees. They are all in the valleys, and again, that's where the trees would be, more in the valleys than up in the hills. But the hills aren't particularly very high, and I would have imagined that we would have more trees up. We've got a few on the ridge over on the left there, but they're an exception to the rule, or so it would seem. If we have a look along here, it's just, yeah, they do follow these. They do follow these valleys, these creases and crevices, quite nicely. So, and it's consistent. It is consistent, and consistency across the map is key. But I just feel that there would be more foliage on the top. So either by having slightly higher hills, I think that might have helped, or by choosing maybe a transition to a different sort of tree or foliage on the top. It's a tough call, because at the end of the day, what It's Okay has done here is good foliage work. I just don't think it's next level. It's a tough shout, actually, to be honest with you. Intersection there is just beautiful. It's swooping, it's sweeping, it's really very nice. There's no glitching, very nice heights as well. As we're now heading into what's the boring bit of the map. The boring bit of the map is where your city is going to be growing. Hopefully will break you away a little bit from the grid city. The fact that we have the curved river and the curved edge where we get to the hills. Hopefully will push you away a little bit from the grid city. If you want to build a grid city, you can still do it here. There's still enough room to do it. but you're going to have to be a little bit creative. And again, another nice sweeping road bridge, elevated bridge there as well, and that's very tidy as well. And we've made it into the start square now, which means we pull up and then we can pull down. And when I say pull down, I'm going to pull down to one of my favourite new creators on the workshop, and it's Milgram. This is Rossetti Place. We've even got the little logo on the front of the building there. That's really very nice indeed. And it's just a really nicely designed, well put together asset. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I think we should do factoids, because factoids, yeah. The Russian writer Vladimir Nabokov, who was born today in today's date, sorry, not today, because you might be watching this tomorrow. Today's date, the 22nd of April in 1899, and wrote the controversial novel Lolita. Apart from being a contentious literary figure, Nabokov was obsessed with a more sedate hobby. He was a butterfly collector. That's Vladimir Nabokov, born today in today's date, the 22nd of April in 1899. There we go. Anyway, Rossetti Place. I love this building. I love it. I think this is a must-have. If I go back to Duveau, that's going into Duveau. I must do that, really. Duveau, of course, my last city build, and, well, it just fizzled out a little bit. I need to go back to it. I should have a bit of time, what with the quarantine and all that. I've been just so busy with, of course, Race Day, made Race Day, I'm learning CSUR to do the tutorial for that, finishing putting the map list together so that you guys have got a spreadsheet to work from and find the best map for your next city build and so on. Nice ramp here. I like the transition between lowland to highland there. That was really very nice as well in terms of the highway. So yes, hopefully, if I can find a bit of time to go back and record a few episodes of that. It's been a while. And I haven't done any work on my new computer either, for that matter. It's all done on my own, so maybe even the visuals will be a little bit better. Oh, now I'm tempted. Anyway, highways, we could have gone to the edge of the map there. I'll show you this. We're going to a tunnel, and then if we come out the tunnel over here, let me zoom in a little bit, show you the tunnel. Kind of like this, actually. One lane through the tunnel. Hang on, one lane through, and then 2 lanes out. Of course, building 1-lane tunnels would be a lot cheaper than 2-lane tunnels. I kind of like that. I think that's a little nod of detail there that could have easily been completely ignored. Anyway, we've reached the kind of natural dead end to the highway here, and rather than follow it around any further, I came this route because I knew that we had a dead end to the rail here as well. And we got this rural rail, which is minus catenaries, which is fine. Absolutely, definitely more than fine for me, because I'm really not a fan. Just because they're not, for those people that think, oh, it's bias or whatever. I don't have catenaries. I've got the rail running through my town, and we've got live rail here. And just show you, we've got no encroaching of the trees on the line. Looks like there is from above, but there really isn't. Yeah, so it's live rail. So for me to see overhead wires, I think the nearest place is London. That so I mean, for me, we're talking about maybe a couple of hours to be able to see them. That's a heck of a journey, just to see some overhead wires. So it's just something that's a little bit alien to me. So I prefer the oh, this is nice. Rubbish. Just checking, make sure we've got no foliage clipping through. Again, that's the sort of place where you'd imagine if there's going to be a tree clipping through, it would be there, and there isn't. It's good solid work across this map in terms of networking. And the rail pops out here, and we are more or less at the edge of the map. So do you reckon there will be any shipping routes on this map? Start placing your bets, because this one of those could go either way. And I'll give you the answer when we come back after today's intermission.
Have you never quite worked out how to use Ploppable Rico? And what the heck is Ploppable Rico anyway? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Ploppable Rico by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And we're back, and yes, we've got shipping routes, because it's okay is more than okay. with putting a big old shipping route down this is a relatively narrow river. I mean, it's not narrow. It's not narrow. Looking at that bridge, I think that's high enough for the vanilla cruiser. Yeah, it's not a narrow river. It's probably about as narrow as you'd want a river to be before you don't put a shipping route down the middle of it. So again, I think the judgment call here is just about right. Again, another perfectly good bridge there, and another one that looks perfect height as well. Yeah, that looks pretty strong to me. Still got a little way to go because the river does wind a lot. The terrain on this map, it's really very clever indeed, and totally believable, if also very creative. There we go. Water flow, we've got good strong water running down that very same river, and it does run from one side of the map to the other. It's been really very well put together indeed. There's your start square area, a good water flow running past here. Although that's not the river you'll be drawing from on the start square. Let's go to that little inlet. There we are. This little bulge here. And yes, we've got good water flow running through here as well because of a spawn point. That is a win as well. Correct. Don't worry if you spotted a spot of lacking water there on that water flow map. It has been fixed. It wasn't an early map water flow issue. Just have to let it run for a few minutes, which I've now done. We've got big buildable space in the middle, and again, let's have a little look. You've got the foliage. I just like to see a bit more foliage across the top of the hills, maybe a transition foliage into the hills. You can build up into these hills. They're not so high, so if you wanted to expand out from that centre flatland, you could actually build into these, and you could do some stuff up here. Do like this reservoir. This reservoir is really very neat as well. Possibly would have been nice if we'd done a Mr. Miyagi, just put a little bit of wall on either side where the dam is here and built the dam ourselves. But it's good work nonetheless. I cannot fault the work. We've even got a little waterfall going on here, and again, it works really quite well with the theme. The really grey, dismal, dingy theme that is by design. We can't fault the theme. And I like the way that it just makes these hills look swirly. Look how swirly those hills are. Really, I'm getting dizzy. Really lovely work. What's going on down here? We've got a roundabout around a... Well, I don't know why we've got this here, but we've got it. It's there and it's in place. And if we follow this up, I'm looking for the water spawn point. And just want to see how that looks, just out of interest. And this one is, well, it's fine. It's fine. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. It's been nicely detailed. It's just I'm not buying it as a realism, but it's okay. It's absolutely it's okay. I didn't even mean to do that one. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I think pretty much guaranteed to be in the top 10 is a solid map. Very solid. Aesthetically, it's really very striking indeed. I don't think it alludes to be that 5th star because it just is. It's just really good, isn't it? It's just really good, if not exceptional. I'm going 4 stars. It definitely deserves a 4th star for aesthetics. It's memorable. Detailing is of a really good standard. I just feel that maybe we haven't gone to the next level. I'm not really buying into the trees, just in the valleys. But I still think, again, it's really good and it deserves a 4th star. Gameplay potential, very playable. Very, very playable. Everything's in place. And again, I feel that this has to get a 4th star, so let's go for that 4th star as well. Now, 4s across the board would normally get you the seal of approval, but for me, I'm not feeling the magic. Whether it's just too dingy a LUT, I don't know, but I'm not feeling the magic. And because the seal of approval is just a personal thing, I don't really know. I can't really do it. But it's 4s across the board, and this is where you guys go crazy in the comments and tell me that is a seal of approval map, and tell me how wrong I am, and that's fine. It's fine. Tell me I'm wrong, because I deserve it. I deserve to be told that I'm wrong sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and for following me across another map. Be back tomorrow with yet another map, and don't forget BonBonB too. Lots of stuff going on over there as well. Thanks for watching.